Talons of Sintra, they had just deposed the Prime Chancellor Talons of Babul. Indeed, they had raided his home and drug him, kicking and screaming out of it. That's not to mention anything about the secrets they uncovered within his mansion. Tensions were heated. Political gauntlets were thrown. But ultimately, Cecil was taken into custody. The Talons were promptly berated, yelled at, but then also winked at, and hands were shaken under the table, of course. Camellia said, "Don't expect any great medals coming for you by Raven. You just let me handle the political fallout for this. You all have uncanny ability, and the next time we need you, we'll most definitely be in contact." And that was the last you heard of Camellia, or even Benjamin, and the rest of the Talons, or indeed any adventuring type at all. You're now in possession of the Golden Lady, helmed by none other than Captain Smiley. And for the first time in several months, the heroes found themselves in a state that they hadn't found themselves in before. The heroes were bored.
Where are we again? Are we still in Bavol? I mean,
You're
can we
chilling
fast
out.
travel?
You're chilling out on your boat, and you can go anywhere on this map. Just shoop.
Hey, Korgath, I'm thinking of a new song.
No.
It has to do with being on a boat.
Oh God.
Row your boat.
No, something a little more adult related.
Row your fucking boat.
There you go.
I thought we had sails. I didn't sign up to row.
I believe I was a bird sitting on top of Korgath the last time I checked.
Yes, that actually did happen.
So I will. I'll fly down to listen to this amazing song, and Korgath would find small shimmering crystals left where I had been perched.
I'm still writing at the moment, and you hear me mumbling, I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look.
I try to whistle along.
I got my flippy floppies.
You straight at the printing press, printing copy.
If I can point out a few points of interest, you did have an open invitation from Arcanist Jocko to speak with him at Woodpine University.
Sounds like nerd stuff.
You have a inn in Portishead.
Oh,
You know that the
Well, we have an inn. Well,
I
know
don't have
about-
an inn.
Yeah.
you know the there's a festival going on in the town of Kent. Something about the liberation of Kent. And you know, there's all the places that you've been on your journey so far, the lives you've touched, and the events that you have changed.
How long has it been since we kicked Cecil's ass?
3 days, 4 days.
Oh, I'm itching for I haven't got to hit anything in 4 days. Mm.
Maybe we should go and find some place to have like a little celebration.
Yes, I would agree with that. We could always check up on our business establishment.
We never did come up with a name.
I would love to see the kind of business that people like you would run.
Well, we don't run it. We just own it. We
Oh.
have somebody that runs it.
That's probably for the best.
We could take Mr. Smiley back to that bulwark town to get with the one lady of his kind.
Yar. I don't know about
one-
that.
The one whose husband got killed?
Yes.
It was peaceful there.
It's a bit too, landy for my tastes.
Wonder if that turf war ever settled down.
What turf war are you talking about?
The one between the wolves and the raccoons.
Oh my god.
War between raccoons
And wolves.
and wolves.
It was wild.
I'd love to see something like that as well.
Or we could go back to wherever we began this journey at. I can't remember the name off the top of
That was Prontera.
Frontera, and I could turn you into a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the middle of town and watch everybody run away.
You don't think the guards would attack?
Not if we make a show
Possibly.
out of it. Think of it. We could call it Dino Park. We could charge admission to see one. I doubt that many of the common folk have seen a Tyrannosaurus.
I've never even seen one. I've just been
My
one.
point exactly.
Well, you could be the Tyrannosaurus Rex then.
I mean, I could turn into something else, I'm sure. We can have more than one dinosaur.
I don't care what we do.
Well, sooner rather than later, I feel like going home. Since my adventures out here have turned into kind of a disaster.
Where is home for you?
It's an island far to the east of here.
Mm.
But like you probably would not allow.
Would not what?
Be allowed.
Why not? I'm a jolly fellow.
Well, see where I come from? People tend to, what's the phrase? Kill Fae?
But you're a Fae.
I know. And specifically my kind, they tend to rip our tails off while we're still alive because they believe they can grant wishes. So we keep to ourselves, kind of on our own little place.
And you want to go back there?
I would like to go back to my own home, which is near there.
Sounds super not
But
fun.
I mean, people who aren't my kind are kind of not allowed. Typically looked down on.
How tall are these people?
How tall are they?
It would be hard to look down at me.
No, it wouldn't. They're really tall.
I can be a T-Rex.
I bet you they could still be taller.
Okay. Bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I mean, I don't know why you'd want to come to my home just to start trouble anyway, but...
I wouldn't, but if they started trouble with me.
I fly back up to Korgaz's shoulder. Give him a small peck.
That's all the harder they hit where she comes from. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, oh. I don't know. Nag and Archie been sleeping in today. I don't know. Maybe we should ask them what they want to do.
Ever since you deposed old Cecil, Nag seems to have been really lost in his own thoughts.
He's doing snake stuff.
Well, anybody have any
I don't know
preference?
if you do want to actually wait for them to give a preference or not.
All right.
No, let's
Well-
just go to the star on the map.
I'm just going to put stars down where I mentioned points of interest.
How long? See, we could go check up on our inn. Was that in Portishead?
Yep. But then there have been several places that you've been. You started in Prontera, you went to a couple of places around Prontera, then you went to Bulwark, then you went to Portishead, then you went to
Bubble.
Dragonfall, then you went to Jannar, then you went back to then you went sailed to Cyprus, and then you wound up in Bubble. So you kind of did a big circuit starting in Prontera, pretty much all around the southern part of this continent.
If we go back to our inn in Portishead to celebrate, free drink.
See, that's a smart idea.
Free drinks.
And money.
And money, that's right. We haven't been back to collect in a bit. Let's just go there. Let's just go home. Well, that's not my home, but place I own.
So you guys travel to Portishead?
Yeah, let's go to Portishead. Let's go home.
Okay. You make your way to the city, the ever-warm city of Portishead.
Oh, Smiley, why are you upside down for?
You arrive at the ever-warm city of Portishead. When things start heating up around 10 o'clock at night, as usual, the moon catches the roofs of the spectacular city, and it seems like it's sunlight out.
This place is really pretty. Never been here before.
I've only been here a couple times.
Well, I'm sure your establishment is probably pretty nice looking at the place.
Yeah, top notch. And, it's still open.
Calypso.
Just for the heck of it, I shapeshift into my human form.
Okay. You see, the Kitsune companion you've been traveling with take a very nondescript human appearance.
Is that how you have to look when you're at your house?
Anytime I travel outside of it, generally. Takes a pretty keen eye to see through the disguise. I mean, lead the way, I guess. Free drinks.
Sure.
Give it some playful boxes.
You start making your way to where you left your inn that you purchased. You see quite a commotion, actually. And when you come up to the building that you purchased, there's a line around the corner.
Wow, you weren't kidding. This place is pretty top notch, I guess.
I just eyes are dollar signs at the moment. Cha-ching!
The sign out front of the establishment reads, "The Indecisive Adventurers."
Sounds about right. That'd be us. Maybe they heard the great Rupert Cuddlefoot was coming back to town tonight to play a one-night show.
I suppose I could whip something up.
I nod ecstatically.
Maybe your new boat song. Sure, let's go to our. Let's go.
You, well, I mean, there's a line. There's a huge line to get in.
I own this place. I'm not waiting in line. I'm going around back.
Okay.
Gotta be a back door to this thing. We own this place.
You go around back, and you try your key in the lock for the back door. You find that it doesn't work. Smiley looks confused. Arr, looks like this lock's been changed out.
That mother.
I tap my foot expectantly, kind of giving you a quizzical look. Own it, right?
We did. What happened?
After the very heavy knocking that Korgath gives it, that almost rattles the door off of its hinges, it opens up, and you see a familiar face. Somebody you had only interacted with very briefly, and when you did, he had a very different demeanor. This is Chef Boyardee. But when you left him, he was a stammering, stumbling, barely of age child. But now the way he swings the door open and leans against the frame with a swagger, he tilts his chin up at you. He says, "Do I know you?"
Oh well, he just did.
I'll leave this one to you, big man.
Yeah, you should remember us.
I'm thinking really hard, and it's not ringing any bells. Could you give me a hint?
Why don't you jog his memory for him, Korgat?
We just got back in town, dude. You want me to kill him right now?
No, just remind him who you are and who he's dealing with.
We gave this place to you to run while we were away, and now we're back.
Oh, right! I remember
Yeah.
now. You guys that said you owned this place and then disappeared for a month. Yeah.
Yeah, we went off and saved the world.
Well, that's bully for you. I've been left to run this place. I had to teach myself tax codes. I had to teach myself marketing. I had to teach myself how to fix this place up. And I had to teach myself how to run an inn because Lulu, who I see has still wandering around with you, wandered off with you. The way I see it, I own this place now.
Wait, are you serious?
The cocky look on his face lets you know that he is.
Is there anybody else in this alley?
You don't see anybody else around.
Is is the door open wide? Is there anybody looking?
You can hear bustle just around the corner from the door. Seems like it opens up pretty close to the kitchen.
Just don't. We are here on official Talon business for an inspection.
Official Talon business? Well, how could I say no to that? That is something that I studied up on, after all. Now, if you would present your badges.
Oh, we still have those, don't we?
You do.
Oh yeah, I'll show him my badge.
Okay. Well,
I don't have one.
I've just had to learn to do things by the book. Do you want inside? Is that what this is about?
Jesus. Oh, fearless leader, what do you want to do?
Listen, friend, seems you've gotten a little too big for your britches. When we last left you, you were a young lad who could barely speak in complete sentences with no hope whatsoever in life to ever be successful. And we gave you an opportunity. We could have burned this place to the ground. We could have thrown you out on your ass to go and live your failure of a life. Instead, we gave you a chance to make something of yourself, which you obviously did. Bravo. However, now we have come back requesting what was ours. I believe we came across an agreeable percentage of profits and are here to collect that. We do not wish to interrupt your service whatsoever. In fact, you are doing a wonderful job, it appears. So, if you could please give us what we are owed, and then we will continue this business relationship and forget this night ever happened.
Or we can do things my way.
Rupert roll persuade, Korgoth roll intimidate.
Am I proficient in that? I think we talked before about being able to use strength.
Yeah. Never
So
mind.
that's it.
'Cause
I'm still gonna roll.
that after your monologue, Chef Boyardee
Eh.
kind of scratches his chin a bit, looks around, kind of lowers his voice. Look, I've had to run this place solo. I've had to teach myself a lot of things. And I'm finally getting myself a good steady clientele. I'll give you what you're owed. But I don't want you going around saying this is your place. Because it's not.
Technically it is, but I won't advertise that. Again, we gave you an opportunity, my friend, which you've done quite well with.
I'll check.
Hey there, Chef-a-rooney.
Yes.
Me and my friends just want to get some drinks.
Ah,
You should probably give them the money you owe, and then, make sure that you hand over the title of the bar and everything to them.
all of a sudden the look on
It's
his...
just business code stuff, right?
all of the look on his face, he kind of becomes dazed, and he looks at you, and he's like, yes, how could I have ever thought about saying no to my old friends?
I know. Sometimes we all just get a hair up our ass. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I guess I let the success get to my head. Come on in.
Thanks. And I saunter in past the two others.
I'll just I'll collect what your earnings were. You
What?
you tell Johnny up at the
Attention.
front what you want, and he'll get it to you for free.
Tell you what, since you had to do so much work, learn so much stuff, for this first split, we'll do 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
humans are easy.
What did you do to him?
I wiggle my fingers.
You when you saw the look on his face, your spell level is crazy, so yeah, you recognize Charm Person right off the bat.
Aha, a fellow user of magic to influence others. I approve. I didn't want to go that far, but
But you just wanted me to rough him up?
I didn't want to do that either. I want to keep this fellow. Obviously, he's doing a good job. It'd be foolish to kill him or what.
I mean, I said rough him up. I didn't mean kill
mean-
him.
Do you really think he'd continue to work for us if you bashed his face in?
If
Probably not. Probably
under the
not.
pretenses that if he left, I'd kill him, maybe. Either
I
work
just
for
really
us.
had to use the bathroom. And this is taking too long.
Rupert, let's go get that title ASAP before the spell wears off.
Yeah, probably about an hour.
Well, let's just get it. Be done with it. Gonna go get my money. I've got like 1 gold to my name.
Yes.
Exactly.
It turns out that the property on this waterfront renews in June, and I had to file the papers. I filed it in my name, but seeing as the rightful owners have come back, I could hand it over to you right here.
Rupert's the businessman.
Yes, please. I will take it along with the coin from the.
Absolutely. He passes to you a signed property of ownership along the Portishead waterfront property. And then he hands you a expenses and revenue report. A whole bunch of just numbers, deductions, additions, taxes.
My head hurt.
Uh,
Brain freeze.
At the end of it all, you see a profit margin. And you see the profit margin is 1,200. And he looks at you, he's like, 50-50, right? Hands you
No.
a bag of 600 gold.
I'll
Thank
take
you
that.
very much. Nope,
You
I will hold on to this.
You can't hold
While
on to
you're here,
600
we would
gold.
like to draw up another agreement, an updated one,
Absolutely.
to split profits in the future.
Of course.
This is obviously in addition to your normal salary, I assume.
Yes, I pay myself fair, but I pay myself the same as the bartender and all the cooks.
I would like you give yourself a raise, please. You should be making more than. You've obviously done a little bit of hard work.
Oh, all I had to do was mention that Rupert Puddlefoot visited this inn once. People flocked to it for some reason.
Well, you should keep doing that. I think that's a very good idea. Perhaps spread that knowledge far and wide, even beyond Portis. This is the personal inn of Rupert Puddlefoot, his favorite.
And friends.
Yes, don't forget the friends bit.
All right.
So were you gonna do that show tonight?
I could. Or, I have a better idea. We put out a bunch of flyers and then multiple more people will come to.
Archie's the only flyer we have, though.
Like a paper, you idiot.
Straight up.
Why didn't you just call them papers then?
I'll be right back. I need to get more
There.
drink.
They're called flyers.
Do they fly?
You hand. Oh my god.
If you give me a packet of paper and some ink pens, I'll totally script up a bunch of flyers for you.
Look, I
Why,
haven't got
thank
to
you, kind madam.
punch anything in a while. I'm getting the itch. Okay, I'm sorry.
Why don't you go, like, pretend to be a bouncer?
I don't have to pretend. I own this place. If I want to be a bouncer, I'll be a bouncer.
I think you've answered your own question then.
But, I mean,
If you want to punch people, go bounce.
All right, I'm back. What were you guys doing?
I think I'm gonna go be the bouncer in the inn, in the bar area. Well,
Okay.
first stopping by the bar for Johnny and getting a big old thing of alcohol to drink.
You go up to the bar and you see Johnny from the pits.
What up, Hey, Johnny?
Oh, hey, Korgath! Fancy meeting you here.
I own this place.
What? You've got up to a lot since you got out. Wow.
Yep, and it looks like you're doing pretty well. Where's everybody else? Are they around?
Oh no, Cutter and Cleaver, they left to do their own thing. I think they headed back up north. Everybody else kind of scattered off and went to their own lives, and I took your advice, and I went and I looked for honest work. And I mean, you know, Johnny was absolutely ripped. So you just have like this incredibly muscly like bartender, just pouring all these drinks for these people, and he's doing an amazing job of it.
Why don't you pour me one?
Yeah, absolutely. What would you
Thank
like?
you. I don't care. Surprise me.
Sure,
As long as
I'll use some of
it's
these
beer.
Lincian spirits.
So what's it?
Old
Okay.
aged spirits from Lincia. See, you keep them in these casks, and they get their own flavor. This one kind of tastes like a campfire, but the orc people that I serve generally like it. He hands you a rather deep amber drink. It smells very strong.
Stinky.
I'll drink it all in one drink.
It's good. That's real good.
Man, you can feel it burning all the way down,
Oh,
like some
absolutely.
dragon's fire.
Absolutely. A lot of the
Yeah,
orcs
it's good.
really like it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Let me have another one.
Oh, sure. You kind of see him
Is
hold
there-
his stomach a bit. He's like, my stomach troubles are acting up again.
What?
This
You
is...
sick?
No, it's just, you know how it is. Sometimes
Ate
you
some
just
bad
gotta...
food?
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
He's got to take a shit, Colossus.
I know what he's got to do,
In Korgat.
Ares.
I really... I really shouldn't leave the bar unattended. Could
Rupert
you
can handle it.
cover for me, Korgath?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, my stomach.
Uh,
You see Johnny just run off to the bathroom.
oh shit.
And you're left behind the bar.
Just a big shirtless half orc with a greatsword strapped to his back, tending bar.
A couple of humans come up and ask you for a Sandiak mule.
We sell drinks here, not animals.
A Sandiak mule, sir. Do you not know what that is?
I got beer or ale and some Lincian spirits.
No, I see all the spirits back there behind the bar. You make a Sandiak mule.
What? Refresh my memory.
Oh my goodness. This place was supposed to be extremely good, honey.
Hmm.
No, we're not spending our coin here. Let's go somewhere where they know how to make a basic drink.
I'll show you a basic drink.
A couple stand up and walk out.
Rupert!
Yes.
Do you know what's in a Sanyak mule drink?
You do. It's just Babolian rum and some spritz.
It's Bavolian rum and spritz. Doesn't everybody know that?
Okay, well, you're the new bartender, and I'm just security.
But a man kind of taps you on the shoulder, Rupert, and he's like, Rupert, I caught wind that you were thinking about performing for everybody tonight.
Actually, I'm doing a special performance tomorrow evening. Please tell your friends.
Do you know this guy?
No, he's
No.
just a rando.
He's obviously a die-hard fan.
Well, I had heard that Puddlefoot visited this bar, but I didn't think he hung out here.
Oh, from time to time.
Should we tell him?
Well, if you're doing a fantastic show tomorrow, then great. I'll
What's
let
the
everybody know.
What's the admission going to be? 5 gold pieces? 10 gold pieces?
We'll figure it out then, fool.
I'm about to end my not hitting somebody streak.
Would I have any, I guess, from my time abroad, any idea on how to mix drinks?
All of your knowledge of mixing drinks? No.
Okay.
We'll go with no.
What
Cause
do you want to?
yeah, that
what
wasn't
is
really a thing on Kitsune Island, and on all your time abroad, alcohol wasn't really a focus. You kind of
No, candy and sugar is main
Yeah.
focus. I can try, though. Maybe 2 people behind the bar is better than 1.
And indeed, you have people trying to make eye contact with you, Korgath, and they're seemingly getting frustrated that you're not asking them what they want.
What do you want?
I would like
An
two
ale?
Babolian Ryes and a Lincian whiskey for the missus.
Rupert, we need 2 Bavolian Ryes and a Lincian whiskey, please.
It turns out you don't know where any of these things are.
Lincian's what I had to drink, wasn't it?
Yeah, you had a Lincian aged whiskey.
So I saw where that was.
Yes.
So I'll pour some of that in a glass.
The patron seems surprised. He's like, "No, I'm not paying for something aged. Give me the well."
Okay, well, I'll drink that.
Okay.
Where's the dingus that works behind here?
He had to go personal business. Isn't there any writing on these bottles?
There is.
Can you read it, though?
Hey, look,
You can read.
I've got a 10 wisdom. I'm okay.
You can
Was
read. It just takes a bit.
Hank, I'm sorry. Please, this first one will be on the house. Just hang tight.
I'll jump behind the bar with him and start pouring over the bottles myself, trying to figure out which one is which.
It takes roll a perception investigation. Sorry, investigation. Naomi.
Ooh.
It takes you a good minute to find something suitable to what they're talking about. And by the
On the
time you
house.
find it, they look annoyed, but when you say on the house, their annoyance seems appeased.
Tell your friends, Rupert Puddlefoot, tomorrow night, one night only,
Oh,
live show.
I see our timing has been impeccable. I absolutely will let the word out.
Now we know where your drinks are for when you come back. We'll have a better idea.
You gain 50 bartender experience?
Yeah!
Level 2 bartender.
I mean, I'm proficient in performance. I can try to charm these fools. Also, maybe next time, kind of point, and it'll help things get done faster. Where your drinks are behind the bar. You've been here before. You know where they are.
Yeah. He takes his drinks and takes it back to some rather high-class looking clientele.
Damn it, Johnny.
The general vibe of the bar, you don't see many of the lower class looking types, you would say.
Man, not many roughnecks up in here.
No, it looks like this is waterfront property that caters more towards the noble side of Portishead.
What was the name of that bar I went to and got in a fight?
Oh shit, I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
That was in Prontera.
Was it? Oh, man.
I do remember it was in Prontera where you got in a fight. But yeah, you see mostly nobles. You do see a bouncer out front, kind of vetting people before letting them in, making sure things don't get over capacity. Apparently, nobles have a certain expectation of their bartenders, because another man tries to get your attention. Where's Johnny?
Who wants to know?
I don't know. Johnny knows what I like to drink. Look, all right.
Well, why don't you tell me and then I'll know?
I'll make this easy for you.
Ale?
No.
That's easy. Oh.
You just mix some Jaune vodka, and you take the Astellan juniper berries, and you mix
I'm
them up
already
real good.
looking stuff.
You know what a juniper berry is? Mash them up? I can do that.
Investigation at advantage, Naomi.
I know what a juniper berry is.
Was it called the Rusty Nail?
It takes some doing, but you find the ingredients stashed away in a corner somewhere.
I think that's what it's called, the Rusty Nail.
I'll start
Was that?
Start muddling up the juniper berries for the vodka.
So you mix the juniper berries in with the vodka, and it gains a very pleasant purple color. You give it to the noble, and he seems displeased. Well, you need to get Johnny back in here, because the ratio is way off, and it took 30 seconds longer than I'm used to. The noble scoffs. It does
I
not.
cast dancing lights to make the rim of his glass light up. A little happy face shows up.
He looks into the glass and he looks at you.
Bet Johnny
Well-
never did that shit, did he?
Razzle dazzle.
I will say it's a rather neat effect. And he downs the shot and seems relatively placated, although he does not leave a tip.
That's
I don't know.
better than nothing, I guess.
How long of shit has this man got to take?
You kind of hear this cry from the back. Oh, my stomach!
Oh my god.
Oh, can you go cure stomach on him or something?
Yeah, I can try.
Cure diarrhea or something?
I don't think I have anything on me that actually helps a sick stomach.
Did somebody poison Johnny?
I mean, did you drink that really foul-smelling liquor?
You remember, Korgath, you remember Johnny did this a lot. Johnny Sasaki seemed to have a lot of problems with his stomach.
What? Who fills in for him normally? He used to do this stuff all the time in the pits. Go find Boyard. Let's go. I'm gonna go find Boyardi. Rupert, you can have the
More
bar.
like he did all this stuff in the shits.
Are you calling where I used to live the shits?
Yes, I believe I am.
It was. You're pretty spot on. Hey, Boyardi.
He's nowhere in the front. You realize you'd find him in the back, cooking.
Where's Lulu?
Lulu's kind of she wandered off.
Lulu!
Yes. Hello. Hi.
Do you want to get part of your cut for this place?
I suppose.
You're the new bartender while Johnny's got issues. You know how to be a bartender,
He's
don't you?
pooping.
Yeah, I have done this before. Lulu
Cool.
sighs and makes a hand gesture at herself, and the little gnome kind of hovers up, so her head comes up above the bar, and with a very dejected look on her face, starts to serve the patrons.
Just till Johnny gets back, then you can go back to doing what you were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we did take you on adventures all over the world. The least you can do is 10 bar for a little bit. And you didn't die.
True.
Almost did.
So she starts serving patrons.
That was... Ugh. I really want to just grab some bottles and start trying to twirl them. But that might not go so well. Do like bartender tricks with them.
Do you actually do that?
Yeah, well, before I leave, I'm going to grab a couple bottles and try to spin them around and catch them.
Sleight of hand.
Not performance?
No, not performance.
So if sleight of hand is a dexterity check, do I get advantage on? Oh, it's save. I get advantage on dexterity save.
Yeah, no, this isn't a save.
Huh?
You almost drop one of the bottles.
Oh, that's all part of the show. It's all part of the show.
It's not as graceful as you would have hoped, but you didn't drop anything.
Needs a little practice. I'm just gonna keep drinking some of that campfire. liquid campfire.
The liquid campfire. You come to learn its name is Lindsay Freud.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be called liquid campfire.
Liquid campfire. Yeah, you know what? That's the name of the spirit. Lindsay and liquid campfire.
Fireball.
You're feeling pretty toasty at this point, Korgath. You hear
There's no
Johnny.
rabble rousing?
You hear Johnny in the back kind of groan again. Around the same time you hear Johnny groan, two noble men appear to be at odds with each other. And all of a sudden you hear shouting towards the front of the bar. Two very well-dressed men are standing opposite of each other and yelling insults at each other. A circle has formed around them. And, yeah, they're going at it.
Where's the bouncer? Thought we had security.
Everyone, calm down.
We'll make my way. I want to make my way into the middle of the
Here
circle.
at a bar famous for me, Rupert Puddlefoot, we settle our disputes differently, not by punching one another, but by singing in the form of a spoken word to insult one another.
Nope.
Singing to
Yes.
insult one another.
Nope.
In
Well,
a spoken word.
I will tell you.
Like,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, continue. I don't wish to interrupt.
Well, I want to tell you that Sir Kincaid here has the smell of cheese, and his mother, well, her snatches freeze. Yes, I tell you, Sir Kincaid here has problems galore, and oh man, don't make me give you the lore. You see, Kincaid is a cheapskate. Oh, yes,
What?
it is true.
What?
Oh, man. All of his tapestries, they're of blue. Not purple, I say, the color of royalty. No. You can't even afford Lindsay and tea.
Wow.
Not bad. Your delivery was a bit off, but not bad. Now, Sir Kincaid, I presume, you're up next. Make a joke about his impotence, his failure in the bedroom.
Or just punch him in the face.
Sir Kyle here thinks that he has all the women. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's nothing to blimmin'. You see,
That's not even a word.
he can't even... Sir Kincaid looks absolutely flustered by the insults. He doesn't look like he's doing a good job at all.
Mm.
You see, Sir Kyle here, his woman is large, and you see, they mistook her for a barge.
Was she swimming?
Everybody seems to be stacking on Sir Kyle's side, as Sir Kincaid seems to be failing with his disses.
Ooh.
I am sorry, Sir Kincaid, you are not having the best time.
Could you help me out? He slips you a platinum coin worth 50 gold.
Oh, I could potentially assist. I will come up with my best diss. Sir Kyle, is it?
Huh, what of it?
That's the most boring name I've heard in a while.
Huh.
You'd think someone with Sir in their name would actually be somewhat interesting. Where is your woman, by the way? Is she here?
She's having a drink.
Oh, I'm sure that's what she's doing. Rumor on the street is she's equivalent to a doorknob. Everyone's had a turn.
Oh.
Boom.
The bar starts to turn against Sir Kyle.
I am sorry, Sir Kyle. I heard tale of your mother. Word has it on the street that she has more rolls. She's so fat she has more rolls than a baker.
Oh, Sir Kyle looks devastated as most of the bar starts laughing and going along with Rupert.
Now you go, Sir Kincaid.
Hmm. Ah, come on, Clementine. Let's go find another bar. Sir Kyle puts a couple of coins on the counter of the bar and saunters out with a woman.
Now, Sir Kyle, you don't need to leave. What
So
you do is you
fine,
stay
man.
and you come up with better insult.
Uh,
Would y'all rather settle this like men?
hmm.
Yeah. Like men settle things.
Sir Kyle glowers at Sir Kincaid.
Man style.
Well, I've never heard of a noble who needs halflings to cover for him. Yes, only the Fae need to do things like that for them. Look, I've been around the block several times, and I've picked up on a couple of rhymes. I'm here at the Indecisive Adventurer, and you see, the things I've learned were one, you gotta be quick on the draw, and if you are unsure, you whip out the claw, and Kincaid kind of pulls out what looks like a couple of brass knuckles. So, Sir Kincaid, I'm sorry if you would join me out back. See, someone of your tack ought to join me out back for a little flack, because I'll show you whose noble family is superior with a little bit of a beatdown. Yes, you'll be called inferior.
Why do we gotta go out back? Why don't we just go out front? And why can't we just do it with regular fisticuffs? Why you gotta have old weapons out? Fist to fist, no weapons. Just fist to fist.
Sir Kyle looks at you and nods. Forgive my intrusion. I just keep these handy. You see, the lady is a fan of the blood sport. He
Oh,
takes off the
really?
weapons.
Ah, parting the Red Sea. I've heard of that.
Hey girl, how's it going? I'm all
I'll
about the
tell
blood
you,
sport.
any Kincaid is willing to spill blood to further family name.
Sir
with-
Kyle?
I accept his challenge.
Alright, well let's go. Let's out outside.
Sir Kincaid and Sir Kyle make their way out the front of the door. Once
Hey,
the-
ladies and gentlemen, is there a crowd?
There's a line out front, so there's a whole bunch of people outside.
I would like to ask everybody outside to form a square around these two gentlemen, please. Maybe a 10 by 10 square.
The crowd kind of forms a circle as they can kind of get the energy.
No, I said a square.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There's kind of a crowd boah sound as they form into a square.
Yeah,
as
that's what
groups,
I fucking thought.
As groups of people tend to do.
All right, here are the rules. Best 2 out of 3 knockdowns. Whoever gets knocked down twice wins, or whoever doesn't get knocked down twice wins. Yeah, that's it. I've had a lot to drink tonight. First 1 to 2 knockdowns wins.
All right.
Everybody get in opposite corners. When I say fight, no low blows. No throwing dust and sand in people's eyes. Just punch each other in the face.
All right. So you see these two noblemen, obviously completely overserved and inebriated off their asses, go at each other, and it is an absolute shit show.
Yeah, get him!
Let's
Get him!
see how long it takes to make a hit. Looking for a 10. So
Okay.
they go back and forth for a while, not making any kind of meaningful impact, and they seem to refocus themselves.
Time. Go back to your corners for a second.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
Kincaid comes out of nowhere with a hard right hook that connects with Sir Kyle's jaw, and he is down. But let's see how he does here. He's drunk as shit, so let's make a save. Oh yeah, he makes it.
2.
So on the count of 3.
3.
On the count of 3, Sir Kyle gets back up.
Are you okay?
Yeah. He just got a lucky shot. Let me get my shot in.
Go get him, killer. You're down 1-0.
Sir Kyle goes in with a renewed fervor and makes a concerted attack at Sir Kincaid. And misses dramatically with his giant left hook. Taking the opening, Sir Kincaid comes in with the uppercut. And it is an absolute nails it. Sir Kyle is down.
That's 2.
He's gonna make a.
done.
He's gonna make a save real quick to see if he's unconscious. Okay, wow. He regains consciousness, but he's prone on the floor. What happened?
You got knocked the fuck out.
Well, my whole face hurts.
Yeah, it usually happens when you get punched in the face. It hurts.
You see a woman come in to the square that is formed.
All right, I'll pick him up.
Fawn over him. Oh my God, Sir Kyle, I'm sorry. Come back with us, please. This is beneath you.
I thought it was Sir Kyle's the one that got knocked out?
Sir Kyle's the one that got knocked the fuck out.
All right, pick him up. Y'all shake hands now. Settled. Everybody go back inside and get some more drinks.
Yeah. Sir Kyle shakes hands with Sir Kincaid.
But what you were just mad because he smelled like cheese, or what? What'd he do to you?
He was talking about buying some of my waterfront property.
Is it for sale?
Not to him.
Oh.
His kind is tainted with fey blood.
What do you mean by that?
Our property is only for sale to pure-blood humans.
You just... Did he just say what I think he said?
I'm pretty sure he did.
What do you got against the Fae, little man?
The Fae don't have a place in human
you better
society.
be careful what you say right this very minute. Because that human couldn't even tell had any Fae in him, just knocked you out. Imagine what somebody like me could do.
Resorting to brute violence is what I expect from your type.
You're the one that pulled out the brass knuckles in a fairly peaceful environment and wanted to fight. What happened?
The Fae is a taint upon the human bloodline. Things were better when you were monsters. But the cowardly guy, he has a couple women at his side, and he quickly turns and makes his way away. It's like he knows it's like he knows you could kick his ass, but he wanted to make that
Come on back,
statement.
buddy. Come on back if you want to try again.
He is not doing that.
Clementine, feel free to come back if you don't want to be with that racist.
She looks at you, Korgath, with a very apologetic look, but goes with Sir Kyle anyway.
I hear Korgath has a 10-inch schlong.
I'm just
if that changes your mind.
Why do you gotta make it sound so small?
I have to make it sound realistic.
Oh, okay. I mean, I won't tell you what my other nickname was in the fighting pits. All right, let's go back inside. I need some more campfire.
With that, the mood of the bar seems to have calmed down quite a bit.
What if we could like build a ring out back and just have like some boxing or fight fisticuffs where people could gamble and make a little money? Not slavery, voluntary. People voluntarily fight, and you win prize money.
This is for nobles. They aren't going to want to do that.
They would bring people in to fight. They would bring in their fighters, and they could gamble and make money.
I would think you would be against fighting pits. You were kind of a slave, weren't you?
Yeah, but if I could choose to fight, it'd probably be different. If I was professional, I just need to punch something.
The mood of the bar seems to have calmed quite a bit when you go back inside. People seem to have gotten their share of excitement for the night, and they're ready for another round of drinks. Which
Is Johnny back at the bar?
Johnny seems to have made his way back.
Damn, Johnny, how often does that happen?
Oh, well, you know me, Korgath. My stomach gets kind of queasy when things happen.
What happened?
Well, you guys showed up. I wasn't expecting to see some of my old friends, especially the people that got me out of that place.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing that happened. Well, get these people some drinks. We just had a fight outside, so.
Well, Johnny and Lulu work double time, getting everybody their drinks. You hear one of the noblemen complaining about the temp bartender with the green skin, and he points at you.
You got a problem?
Well, I hope that what your friends say is true, that Rupert Puddlefoot himself is coming here tomorrow night.
He's here right now, but he's not going to perform till tomorrow.
Really?
Oh, who are you?
My wife-to-be, she loves Puddlefoot.
You don't?
Can't get enough of him.
It sounds like it.
It's too contemporary for my tastes, but
Yeah, it's a little different.
you gotta throw the women a bone in this day and age. See, things
Yeah,
are
he'll
different.
be here. He'll be here tomorrow.
All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow, and we expect Rupert Puddlefoot himself and nothing less.
Well, okie dokie.
These people are horrible.
Yeah, I think we would like it better if it was more like the Rusty Nail, this bar I went to in this other town. It was much more fun.
I somehow believe you.
We got in fights. I broke a bar stool over a guy's head. It was much more fun than this place.
As the night goes on, you get a glimpse into Portishead noble culture. It's a lot of just very petty bullshit. He said this, and he said that, and his wife is ugly, and their wife is ugly, and this and that, and the purity of the bloodline. One noble in particular talks about Fae intermingling with human bloodline, and you can tell he is pretty toasted off his ass as he just lets loose on this rant. Yeah, and let me tell you, back when my father's day, see, my father was none other than Janus Parandus. See, he was somebody to talk about. The Parandus bloodline, pure as the creek water. And I'll tell you, they didn't have any of this Fae intermingling with their bloodline.
That
See,
creek's probably not real pure. I peed in it this morning.
Who gave you permission to speak?
Oh my god, it's so hard.
You see, the Fae, they think that just because they can copulate with those of pure bloodline means they should. And I'll tell you right now, friends, the human bloodline is going to be tarnished. The moment we let those monsters into society and let them intermingle with those of us that are pure, we introduce all kinds of factors. You have half orcs and half gnomes and half elves, and no amount of possible combinations could be possibly counted for all this arcane alteration. And I'll tell you, there's a reason my family bloodline, storied as it is, fled from those arcane zones. They fled from the Greywood, they fled from the Feywood, and they stayed in places that made sense, where monsters weren't trying to attack them all the time. And they formed societies such as this, societies that work, where those that are worthy are in power, and those that aren't serve those that are. Just like what's going on here.
Korgath, you can throw him out now, and you feel free to do it as hard as you would.
Is he by himself?
He's with a couple of women he's trying to impress.
Ladies, what are your names?
I am Ming, and this is Seth.
Ming and Seth, if you
Very
would
nice to meet you. My name is Rupert.
go talk to Mr. Puddlefoot for a
Are you
minute.
enjoying yourselves tonight?
Yeah. Sir Lotrick is, he's very forceful. He wanted us to come here and here specifically.
Oh, very interesting. It was probably so you could meet me.
Really? They seem to take an interest
Yes. I'm Rupert Puddlefoot.
in
Cool,
you.
Gav,
The
you
Rupert
can-
Puddlefoot.
Yes. Come, you two, come over here and let's have a chat.
The Rupert Puddlefoot.
I'll tell you
It's-
about the one time that I played a show for the Duchess of Winchester. Oh,
Oh, the... the
she even gave me some of her finest whiskey.
It's really good.
They look overcome with themselves, and they seem very interested in you, Rupert. While Sir Lotrick gets very red in the face. Hey!
Oh,
What
I
did I
flip
just
in the
finish
bird
saying?
behind as I walk away. I put my arms around them and then double flip him the bird as I do it.
Are they walking away?
They are.
We'll bend down and get like 2 inches from Mr. Lodrick's face.
He looks at you with all the...
You can either get up and leave, or I can get you up and leave. But your ass is leaving. You decide.
He stands up.
You decide.
Oh, he stands up and tries to put on a manly show, but you completely just dwarf this guy. Like it wouldn't even be a thing. He looks at the women who have now left him.
One.
One second. 1 second.
As he's trying to size up to you, he starts to shrivel and deform until he's just a pile of clothes.
Wait. Sorry. Is that that's polymorph. You can't do
Why do you gotta take all my fun?
You can't do creature to object with a regular polymorph. You have to do creature to creature.
Oh no, he's still a creature. He's just very tiny. He's hiding in his
No.
clothes.
Oh, come on.
You shrink him?
I shrink him down to a small monkey.
He's a monkey. He's okay. So you see Sir Lotrick size up to you, and then all of a sudden, all of his clothes seem far too big for him, and this very angry-looking monkey is glaring up at you, Korgath.
I didn't do that.
You hear various monkey sounds, and a circle kind of forms around the bar as he makes monkey noises.
Everyone, it's our entertainment for the night. He'll dance if you throw peanuts at him, but you have to throw them directly at him.
He's shouting, and it's just a bunch of really shrill monkey sounds. everybody's starting to laugh at him, and soon the bar kind of shuffles him naturally out the front door while Rupert makes off with the women he was with.
And whenever that wears off, he's going to be butt naked.
Mm-hmm.
And the streak continues.
Chef Boyardee comes out front. Oh, how are things going, owners?
Perfect.
I try to cater to a higher class of clientele. I've learned that cuts the most profit margins.
Yeah, they're kind of anti-Fae, some of them.
Well, yeah, a lot of the higher classes are scared of any kind of shift in societal norms, and this increase in Fae being around the cities has them nervous.
I think we should rename the bar.
But I liked the indecisive adventurers. It's what got them here.
I think the Fabulous Fae would be better.
That would completely change the clientele fate. I mean, of course, you have some of the noble families that are absolutely pro-Fey integration, but the majority of the old guard and the old money, they hate the fact that the Fey are starting to have agency.
We'll take a vote on it and let you know. We are pretty indecisive after all.
I think for business purposes, we should keep it the same. He's not wrong. I don't care if these people don't like me. And they're probably the vocal minority anyway. I mean, look at the crowd out there trying to get him.
They've got a lot of money.
Well, then if they're the minority, what would it matter? We don't charge them more for drinks than we charge normal people, do we? You could call it whatever you wanted to, as long as the great Rupert Putterfoot came to play once a month, once every 2 months, once every 6 months. I mean, as long as Rupert was coming to town, you could call it a shithole when people would show up. I just don't have any use for people that talk like that about Faye.
Well, that's why you do what we just did to him.
Turn
Wait
him
a
into
minute,
monkey?
I'm not probably even in. Ladies, sorry, I'll be right back. I have to go
Take your
entertain.
time, Puddlefoot.
Yes. See, it's about doing things like this. He now looks like the fool, and these two ladies will go tell them what a wonderful time they had with a fae, rather than violence. If you were to beat someone up, then, well, they would go and spread word of fae causing violence and hurting, contributing to our bad reputation.
I wasn't going to beat him up.
But Korgath, we both know you wanted to beat him up.
I've wanted to beat a lot of people up tonight, but have I?
No, but you wanted to.
I've bit like 6 holes in my tongue tonight. Sometimes you just get the itch. Whatever.
The night drags on, and eventually Johnny comes back along with Lulu, and they both serve at the bar. Chef Boyardee's whatever took hold of Chef Boyardee's mind seems to have worn off, but despite that, he seems a lot more willing to listen to you guys. It seems like whatever happened to him took him down a couple pegs.
Boyardee, you've done a fine job at this establishment.
Well, thank you. You didn't leave me much to go off of.
Hell. Before I was here, I lived in a pit and fought things for a living. I didn't have a whole lot to give you to go off of. But look at us now.
Well, I'm trying to make things work. It seems like things are moving out.
We're in that deluxe apartment in the sky now. We got ourselves a piece of the pie.
Well, I'll keep things managed here.
Speaking of which, you got any pie? We got pie here.
Oh, sure, I can have some chefs whip something up for you.
Kind with meat in it.
Meat pies. What we were famous for before you guys came along and murdered our boss.
Did we murder your yours?
Yeah, you killed him.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Sorry about that. Well, I mean, look where you ended up because of that, though. Look where you are now because of that.
You
Was
either
that
sink
evil
or
person.
swim in Portishead. I
That's
chose to
right.
swim.
And he sank. Oh yeah, he's the guy that got us kidnapped.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I
All
remember that motherfucker. Killed his ass. Okay, what time is it?
It's pretty late. It's about last call, 2:30 a.m.
Hit me with some more of that fire whatever.
Although technically there wouldn't be a last call in a fucking city that never sleeps.
That's right.
But
Let's fuck Vegas.
But yeah, it's about 2:30 a.m.
All right. Meat pies and fireball.
And you drink and you eat heartily. And you have a very fucking wonderful night of sleep in a suite since you own the place. You have a advantage on any Constitution skill and save for the next 24 hours.
Nice.
There are no Constitution skills, but there are saves.
You're right. There are no skills attached to Constitution. What the fuck, 5e?
Wouldn't that be cool if there was?
Yeah.
It would be a lot cooler if they did.
Well,
Can we
that's
take a
fine.
break for a second?
Yes, because DM has to pee.
Okay.
You're back. Calypso. Yeah. You're kind of in the way. I know. It sucks, doesn't it?
She's so loud.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm guessing you heard that.
Oh,
Sorry.
she was
Oh yeah.
right up by the mic.
She was right in the way of my headset. So you spend the night. You gain that bonus to anything related to Constitution. And morning comes upon Portishead. Things seem pretty hungover.
Oh. I'm glad I'm not putting on a show tonight. Oh. Whew.
Oh yeah, that is happening.
Yeah. Supposed to. So are we just gonna like chill in our inn all day? I mean,
I
we do
mean-
have a lot of
Is there
money.
anything else you want to go do?
Yeah, but I can't do it here.
What's that? Fight somebody?
I mean, I need to do. I mean, it'd be fun too. Don't you think?
No, not particularly.
Well, you're not me.
You're definitely right.
I'm just. I get antsy.
Wonder if there's a better place to go get some breakfast.
I mean, I'm sure this is the best place in town.
Har har.
No, I mean that. Where's Puddlefoot?
Good morning, friends.
Hmm.
Or is it afternoon? I don't remember.
It's morning.
I thought so. Good night, friends.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are we gonna do today? We're just chilling here?
You can do what you want. We don't have to go hand in hand everywhere. I have to write music.
I have to scribe out a bunch of flyers. You should probably help me. How about I scribe them up and then you can go deliver them? Paste them all over the place.
No. I don't know if I like the sound of that.
It's being a helper.
I'm retired.
Just flop back over on the side of the bed.
Hmm. I guess I'm just gonna chill at the bar for a while. Visit with like the only person in town I know.
I assume there's a place I could go if I wanted to buy some, like, not expensive clothing.
Absolutely. Tons of places.
Go
Fine.
engage in some shopping.
You engage in your shopping in your human form, and for a negligible amount of money, read 0, you get yourself some nice clothes that match the culture of Portishead.
Nice. Like a very cool hat.
Yep.
Manage. Now I feel like I'm dressed properly for the night.
Maybe I'll go look for a shirt.
You do. You can find a shirt. You find a nice shirt for a negligible amount of money.
Sweet. I hear a cat.
Yeah, Calypso's being annoying tonight.
I do remember that from the last time we were here. There were an abundance of cats. I guess I'll go by and visit. Is there like a blacksmith or something around?
Oh, there's everything you could imagine. It's Portishead. It's a pretty major city. It's more major than Dragonfall, with Dragonfall, being the sort of religious mecca of the Drangleth religion. Portishead is sort of the commercial and cultural hub of Rodea. Let me put the map up. At least in the continent of Speria. You're here in Portishead. Portishead is a very important cultural center that sort of shares a border with Sintra and Rodea. And with Dragonfall being as historic as it is to the predominant religion of the area, Portishead is more of the cultural leaders. They're sort of the trendsetters. A lot of nobles really vie for land around this area. So you can pretty much find whatever you're looking for in Portishead.
I just want to go. I want to try to sell my old sword. since
Your
I
old
don't need it
greatsword?
anymore. Yeah,
Let me see what a greatsword's worth.
it's a +1.
It is. It's completely full of titanite.
Yep.
So let me take a look at the player's manual. Okay. So, total of 8 titanite in it, and the greatsword base type. You find a blacksmith willing to buy it. He takes a look over it, and he looks at you, and he's like, "You've been using this for a while, haven't you?"
A bit. It's seen its fair share of work.
Looks like over the time, it's you've put some titanite in this boy.
Yeah, a lot.
Does it have
All
a
it can
name?
handle, I've been told. Widowmaker.
Widowmaker?
Yeah.
All it needs is a name. See, something that's been used like this, it's not going to sell very well unless other adventurers think it's some kind of artifact from some other great adventurer. See, and if it has a name, then they can believe that. I will give you 400 gold for this.
Sold. I mean, it'd be hard to part with it, but I'm sure I'll do okay.
He hands you 400 gold.
I've got a new toy now. I take the 400 gold. Don't even count it. That's all I know what to do right now.
Well, so far you have committed to performing a show in Portishead tonight. Again, you have open invitations from Jacko to join him at Woodpine University, and you know that the festival in Kent will be going on soon.
Well, I mean, we got to stay here. We can't go to Woodpine tonight. We got to wait for Rupert to play his show.
True.
And then maybe we can go.
So do you just wait around until showtime?
Sure.
I would try to do my best to get acquainted with the bar, so I have some father helping out with.
Okay. So you'll have advantage on any performance check related to tending the bar for tonight.
Sweet.
And if there's nothing else, the night rolls around. The crowd is starting to seem huge. Indeed, it looks like a large amount of people have shown up for the performance by Rupert Puddlefoot himself.
I'll help work the door.
Okay. Chef Boyardee approaches you, Rupert. Well, you promised everybody a show. I hope you have something prepared.
Oh, I have some of my old classics, a couple new ones.
We have been on many a wild adventures. I'm sure Rupert has written many new great songs.
Indeed. I have a new one. It's about the bird and the word.
Huh.
Have you heard?
The bird's the word.
Can't hear it, but I'm shaking my head.
He's got lots of songs. Only the best.
The crowd starts to gather around the central stage that has been set up inside of the Indecisive Adventurer. It's a pretty good-looking venue. When you glance upon it, you see that there's plenty of space to move about and work the crowd, but there's also plenty of space for the crowd to stand. And most importantly, the bar is out of the way, so that people can go and get their drinks and come back and listen.
I'll kind of stay closer to the bar, or to the stage now. Like I'm security for Puddlefoot.
As the time for the show starts to loom closer, you start hearing the crowd chant, "Puddlefoot, Puddlefoot, Puddlefoot."
That's your cue, Felicia.
Yes. Do I have a backup?
You do. You have a full suite of backup singers and musicians and performers, even dancers. Let's say you spent the whole day practicing with them and they know the routines.
Okay, we begin our opening song. Like the intro to it's like a long intro before we pop out. So the lights dim and there's some magical effects, and the music slowly starts to rise as we play our intro. From about our journey through the fire and flame.
Shit.
Cool.
All right, the intro music reaches a crescendo, and the crowd is. You've completely got the crowd. They're clapping along with the rhythm, and they're just completely at edge.
We continue with the routine that we rehearsed throughout the night.
So
Nice.
you step on stage. When Puddlefoot steps on stage, a deafening roar goes across the entire bar. And then silence as Puddlefoot brings his bow to his fiddle. He begins to play, and he begins to play, and sing, and play, and sing. Puddlefoot, such an adept performer that he entrances the crowd. He has them hanging on his every note, on his every word. He tells a story of how an unlikely group of adventurers met in the city of Terria and started small time, working small jobs, clearing out ruins of spiders, clearing out graveyards of zombies, solving murders in unknown places, finding the corruption of nobles and chasing them across the known map. He sings of trials in Cyprus, talking of the trials and tribulations they took upon to secure the holy artifact relic that the evil Babolian prime minister tried to get hold of. His song entrances the crowd, keeps them enthralled throughout the beginning, the middle, and the end. The glorious climax where the adventurers clashed with the noble in head-on combat and arrived victorious. Yes, despite instruction from Camellia, Rupert Puddlefoot lets out the whole story of how the nobles of the bowl were not playing fair with their discovery of magic and the use therewith. And he sings of the triumph of unlikely heroes, of Fae, against those who would see them as lesser, against those who would see them as a sidebar. Yes, he sings of the coming of the Fae, and how they are not so different from humans, after all. By the end of the act that he has rehearsed, the crowd has grown exponentially, and he ends with a flourish on his violin, explaining the plight of the Fae as it relates to human society. There is a absolutely uproarious applause that goes on for minutes upon minutes.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed tonight. And remember, it's just a story, but we can learn many lessons from it. And I wink at my friend.
Oh, yeah, story.
A reminder, always, the doors of the Indecisive Adventurer are open to all. Please, give it a round of applause for our general manager, Chef Boyardee, who made this event possible.
He gives a sheepish wave.
How much did we charge for this place?
And don't remember to tip your servers.
As
Or don't forget to tip your...
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, no, that's what I was going to say. And then I give them a good night and walk off.
The night ends on a very high note. The general vibe of the Indecisive Adventurer is one of progressive change. You hear more than a couple of nobles talking about perhaps they ought to be accounting for the rise of Fae in human society. And Chef Boyardee approaches you. Well, I'm sorry for any lip I might have given you. Maybe my success got to my head, but you sure did bring in the house tonight.
Well, happy to do it. At any time, of course. I think this is the beginning of a lovely partnership.
Absolutely. And with this kind of performance, we'll have nobles coming from all corners of the earth, especially whenever you decide to come back and give a performance, Mr. Puddlefoot.
Well, I'll do my best to stop by as frequently as possible, but not too frequently. We have to, build suspense.
Absolutely. I know how show business goes. My doorman tells me total in profits are around this and this and this, and if I calculate the cast, I gotta keep in mind the property rent and the updated rates for waterfront. The profit would come out to 200 gold just tonight alone. He seems shocked, meaning you get 100 gold.
Well, thank you very much.
And he hands over a bag of 100 gold.
And I take that
Henry, why are you getting all the money?
because I made the money. Just kidding, just kidding. I'm just holding on to it.
Well, it looks like things are winding down tonight. Are you going to be staying in town long?
No, I believe we have a festival in Kent to attend.
Oh, yeah, the Millennial Festival. You'll have to tell me how that is.
You're not gonna try to steal this place again, are you?
No, I've learned my lesson. Chef Boyardee kind of scratches his head and gives a sheepish grin. I let the success get to my head, and I'm not going to let that happen again.
Okay.
You guys have another restful night, once again retaining that advantage on anything related to Constitution, and awaken in the morning.
Well, alrighty. That was a pretty successful night.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Guess I would collect up my things and head back downstairs.
Things seem to be really, there's not much going on during the daylight in Portishead. You figured this out as...
I'd take a small moment to meditate while everyone else gets ready to go.
This is you guys' show.
Oh, I'm ready to head out whenever.
We're going to the fair.
I'm not really sure where Kent is, but I assume so.
Cool.
Well, that is far away.
It is, but you luckily have fast travel right now.
Whew.
And you'll conveniently arrive right when the party starts.
Cool. Shall we?
You mount up on your
Let's
sand yaks and make your way
See,
across,
I told this guy we
what's-
don't sell these at the bar.
One moment. Lucy.
I hear you, Luke.
Um,
You're not.
she's talking, but I can't hear her. Okay.
I don't know. She didn't talk last game either. She
Maybe
can probably hear you.
she can probably hear us, but we can't hear her. I didn't hear what you just said, Lucy. But whenever you're ready, we are underway in the D&D channel. All right. Lucy's here. She's working out problems with her microphone, probably. So you guys make your way to Kent. As you stride up upon your Sanyaks, you immediately get the sense that a lot is going on. You enter this quaint mining town, but there's fireworks going on in the air. People are making merriment. There's just a lot of dancing in general. Rupert, you yourself know that Kent is a predominantly industrious town. that's been there since before the Red War. They prospered on selling the ore mined from the industrious Mount Kime nearby. Rupert, you would know that around this time every year they hold a celebration about the liberation of Kent, especially with regards to one Otis, who apparently led the revolution against the Red War. It seems that this Independence Festival is a celebration of the spark of a rebellion against a oppressive regime.
For Kent!
For Kent. You hear a drunken group of people off in the distance yell, "For Kent!" One thing you notice upon entering this town, everybody, absolutely everybody, is wearing a beret.
Did they give those out at the door?
You find a small halfling with a giant lockbox dragging along behind her. "Get your berets, 1 gold apiece. Come on, celebrate Kent's heritage."
I would like a beret.
Absolutely. What color?
Do you have purple?
Yes.
Sweet. This new purple hat. This is
You-
2 hats now.
You don a purple beret.
I said I'd like to wander around and stare at all the cool stuff that's going.
So you see, a lot of attractions. You see, a lot of dancing. There seems to be a rather large to-do around a metallic-looking object. There's kind of a commotion, and people kind of gathering around this indistinct metallic object.
I'll go check that out.
All right. Give me 1 second, please. All right. You gather around this metallic object, and you see a halfling man announcing to the crowd, "Well, yes, you thought that arcane energy was the only way to achieve this kind of power, but no, I tell you, this kind of thing can only happen with science and advancements in engineering. What I have here, it's called a steam engine. Yes, it powers the cogs and the gears through the power of boiling water. And the boiling water drives the gears, and it's just as efficient as channeling arcane energy. And even more so, because I tell you, this does not require somebody concentrating upon it. Now, who would like to test themselves upon my Steam Modron? Are there any takers? I need people who are versed in the realm of combat. Are there no takers? When did I deafen myself?
I don't know.
Oh, we haven't heard anything since you said that there was a metallic object.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I gave this big speech, but I had accidentally deafened myself. Apologies, my friends. Okay. You come upon this metallic object, and you hear this halfling. He is announcing to the crowd. You may think that this kind of technology is only possible through the use of arcane magic, like those that the Woodpine University would tout. But I tell you, this kind of technology is only possible through the means of ingenuity. See, I have before you what is called a steam engine. It's a motor. It transforms energy into mechanical motion, and through such we can achieve anything that you desire. Yes, I have myself a fully autonomous unit without any use of arcane power or magic or anything of that like. This is something that even the lowest of low men could work. Yes, the steam engine is the path to the future, and I shall prove it to you. Are there any among you who would stand against my golem created of steam
I
power?
immediately grabbed Korga's hand and started shaking it.
What are you doing to my arm?
Yes, it seems we have takers.
Fight
What,
the
huh?
golem. Fight the golem.
We're gonna fight?
I cast guidance on him.
You now have a added D4 to any attack roll or skill check that you make.
What are we gonna do with the golem?
I don't know. Just beat it. Beat it doing whatever it wants you to beat it.
Beat
you
its
want you to beat
ass.
it doing.
I mean, I feel like we're not gonna actually fight.
Maybe you will. I don't know.
I feel like I might have to do something else. But yeah, sure, whatever. I'll get embarrassed.
We have a taker up in the stands. You look like you have a lot of orc blood in you. What is your name?
Jim?
Jim? That's a fine name. And you're standing up to fight against my steam-powered golem.
I whisper to him, "See, fight. You gotta fight."
We get to fight? He's gonna.
Korgath, you can do it. You're our man.
Me
If you
too.
can't do it, no one can. I inspire you.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
You make your way down the stands.
Yeah, sure.
You make your way down the stands, and the metallic object in front of you seems to gather itself into a vaguely humanoid form. You see a giant metal torso rise up, as well as legs and arms, and even a head. A head that seems to have cat ears attached to it. And when it finishes forming, it brings up a microphone, seemingly out of nowhere, and you hear a voice coming from this steam-powered mechanism. My name is Gato. Beat me up and earn 15 silver points.
What does silver points give me?
The halfling announcer comes up and smacks the bucket of metal with his hand. That's not the full rhyme. The steam-powered golem seems to reorient itself. My name is Gato.
God.
I have metal joints. Beat me up and earn 15 silver points. From talking with the person outside, You know that silver points are used to buy special prizes from the fair vendors. The metal monstrosity squares up with you.
How much bigger than me?
It's large size. You're medium size. It's a bit bigger than you.
Okay. I haven't got to do this in a while, so I hope I haven't forgot. But yeah, I pull out my great sword. We use weapons or no? No weapons.
Anything goes. My steam powered Modron will surely crush you.
Oh, I've fought Modrons before. They haven't crushed me yet.
You enter into combat with the metallic object in front of you.
One
Go
second.
ahead.
1 second. Need to stretch.
Go
Gotta
ahead.
get limbered up.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Boop, 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 boop. Where is initiative? It's been a while. There it is. Boop. Oh, I don't have a token. Hang on.
You don't need a token.
It wouldn't let me roll. It said it was attempted to use a roll command.
Yeah, you can put a token out. I'm sorry. Let me put that on the screen for you. Sorry. There you go. That
Yeah,
works.
fuck him. I'm bigger than him.
That's fine.
Where'd it go? There. And oh my god, with advantage.
The Modron goes first. It tries to extend its arms and punch you in the face.
Nope.
And it misses terribly. Your turn.
Grab my bear claw. Lights will flash. I'm gonna open my eyes and they're just red. And I'm just gonna be grinning ear to ear because I haven't got to do this in a while. And I'm gonna hit him reckless. Fuck it. With my great sword. Ugh.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Hit number 1. Ooh, shitty rolls. And then I'll use hit number 2. Oh, woo!
Big oof.
Don't I get like something special now on crits too? Because of I'm wearing something that gives me an extra 1d8 on crits.
Are you?
Give me some, I think I am. I think you gave me something that I got an extra roll on crits.
That's your purview. You're in control of your character. You're supposed to know.
I know. I'm looking.
I don't think I gave you anything special on crits. I gave you your sword.
Okay. Maybe that was in the other one. I don't know. It's been a while since we played. All right. Well, whatever. I'll just roll damage.
You carve open a rather large opening in the Modron's chest, and you can see a bunch of steam leaking out of it. It lets out a whirring sound, and it's like, danger, danger, hull compromised. And it lets out a desperate attack at you with its extendo arms.
It has advantage with the first one hits, but he can roll and see if he crits.
He does not crit, so he gets this much damage. So you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Reduce to 4?
Yep.
Okay. My turn?
Yep, it's your turn.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going reckless.
That's a hit.
Woo!
All right, and just as soon as the fight starts, it ends. The very precise and intense blow by Korgath pretty much shatters this thing's metallic hull. You hear a actually, wow, Korgath, you take 4 force damage as you're blown away by the explosion of steam from this thing. It knocks you back onto your back, And this thing pretty much explodes into scraps of metal. You hear a bunch of laughter from the crowd, and the halfling looks rather annoyed by this development. You weren't supposed to be so good at fighting. What got into you? Come on.
Who, me? I mean, that's just what I do.
Whatever. Take these 30 silver points. Get out of here.
Hey, it's 15 more than he said.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, now I gotta repair him. Thanks a lot.
Hey, maybe you'll build him stronger next time. Come on
Yeah.
back if you want to try again.
I certainly will.
I'll be here.
Those coins should be my points.
They're not coins, they're points, they're mine.
Well, they should be my points because you wouldn't have even fought him if I didn't say you should.
Well, yeah, tough. You can fight. You got another golem, my friend, who can fight.
Rupert, you feel a tap upon your shoulder.
Danger!
What?
What killed who?
No, I was just wondering if you knew where to get berets. I see you're not wearing one.
Who, me?
Oh, yes, the gnomish lass has.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, it's our Independence Festival and all, and we're very attached to this. And people may.
I'm sure you are. We're enjoying ourselves a lot.
People may think you're not festive enough if you're not wearing your beret.
Oh, I'm very festive. I just don't want to wear the beret.
All right, fair enough. The halfling begrudgingly slides 30 giant silver tokens into your hand, Korgath.
Thank you. Where do we cash these in?
Oh, we have a system set up. A lot of our mundane item vendors and weaponsmiths will be happy to take your silver points in lieu of gold.
Ooh, you said weaponsmiths?
Yes, we are a mining town after all, and one of our main exports is ore, but we do play host to several very talented blacksmiths.
Hmm.
You hear a distant cry of Forkent.
Forkent!
And a really well-dressed nobleman comes up to greet you. I imagine not many know who you are, but I do.
Me?
You were involved in that sordid business with Florentine, were you not?
Who's Florentine?
Who's asking?
Well, since mutual trust must be built, I will tell you everything I can. I am Sir Snake Covington III. My bloodline has been responsible for Kent among generations, leading back to even that historic moment when the adventurers showed up and we liberated the city. Yes, I am the Snake Covington.
Oh, how old is this man?
He looks middle-aged.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Smiley looks uncomfortable. Yar. Yes. I can see that, perhaps my name rings a bell with you. Well, I'll have you know that my family has been, the proprietor of Kent since the Red War. Yes, and, we've been nothing but noble and upfront and honest since those times, because we knew that the regime going on was evil. Yes, and we negotiated a deal with one Ophelia Rhodes. Yes, to secure the city. Yes. Well, I hope that you all are enjoying your merriment, and if there is anything you desire from the city of Kent, you all are completely welcome.
Dang.
Lucy started playing Overwatch.
Reaper on me. Low.
Actually, I'm not going to be an asshole. If she wants to play Overwatch, that's fine. Sorry. If you require anything of Kent or any of its people, please let me know.
Traveling with you guys is pretty posh. I like it.
Well, thanks. You're not too bad yourself.
He's looking directly at Mr. Smiley when he says this, though. Mr. Smiley looks like he knows something about this particular reaction.
You all right, Mr. Smiley, Captain?
Yar. Didn't we set you up here? Shh, young man. Look, the game of politics is very complicated. After the Red War, nobody knew who was in charge of what, right? And since my family was the ones that survived everything that went down, I figured that we deserved this. Besides, who do you think got you, started in your business? Mr. Smiley and Snake give each other sideways glances. Well then, I must be off. There's plenty to go off. I hope you all have fun.
Want to go see what we get with these silver points?
Yeah.
You find yourself a silver point vendor. You see a weaponsmith, and he is selling a lot of different swords. He is apparently a swordsmith. Hello, my name is Melchior. How can I help you?
We got some points.
Oh, of course. All of my items up for sale for points are listed here. He points out a very special rapier that Mr. Smiley seems to take an interest in. Yes, this was smithed with metals straight from the islands of Astalan. Yes, it's been folded over 1,000 times. I see that you're interested in the curious shape of the blade. They call this a katana, and they say that this can cut through sheer steel.
Have you
Does
tried
this
to?
sword have a name?
Yes, it is Muramune.
Interesting. I have heard of many famous katanas.
Well,
this is not one of the ones I am looking for.
Not one of the ones you're looking for? Well, that's probably because this was made by yours truly. You see, I come straight from the island of Crescient. I find that peddling my wares to certain people on this side of the hemisphere lends to better profit. They can't get enough of the old Red War stories, you see.
Interesting.
They say that
Have you heard of the famous Chicago?
Chicago? Yeah, I remember that tale. The hero, Miyamoto Musashi, wielded that blade when standing against the aggression from the West. Yes, they say he stood tall against 100 men and slay every single one of them. Yes, Shikage itself. I cannot claim to be proprietor of such a blade, but I do specialize in Eastern-style blades.
Is it a one-hander or a two-hander?
It's a one-handed weapon. It's a rapier. You see that it is incredibly well balanced and with a extremely well honed tip. You figure that this is a +1 rapier with perhaps extra properties. You see the way this katana was forged, it cleaves open the skin. Every time you may strike with it, it could cause bleeding within the enemy.
The Uchi Katana.
And I got a sword. How many points is this sword?
It is 30 silver points.
Oh, convenient.
Mr. Smiley steps forward. I'll take it.
When did you get 30 silver points?
When you got it for us. Yar.
I didn't see us fighting a golem.
Are you saying there's your silver points?
So maybe you should ask.
Well, where else do you think we could get silver points? Some of these games?
I don't know. I've never been to a fair before.
Well, why don't we see if we can get any more silver points, and we'll come back to this guy.
I'll buy you the sword. Just calm down.
Yar! And he looks delighted as he
Err.
retrieves the specially made katana.
Easy come, easy go.
Thank you. After this fair, I plan to head back east on my trek to craft the Masamune. Adventurers such as yourself, if you do find yourself on the islands of Astalan, please seek me out.
What's your name again?
Melchior.
Yeah. Can you spell? I don't know how to spell that.
Melchior. IER.
IER. I got it.
Let me go ahead and I'm going to pop him up on screen real quick, because now he's going to come back, because I introduced him.
Melchior. Maybe craft some bigger swords for bigger people too sometime.
As in weapons you would need 2 hands to wield?
Yeah.
Of course. Melchior.
Tell Goku and Vegeta I said hello as well.
You have a very keen eye, Colossus. Talking out of character. Toriyama designed this. Melchior bows low to you. Yes, if you do find yourself among the Eastern Islands, I will surely do my best to serve you. You seem like capable adventurers.
Very much so.
And with that, Melchior goes to serve the next customer.
We gotta go play some more games? We gotta buy tickets? What's the deal here?
You see a couple of games going on. One of them seems to catch your eye. It's a eating competition.
Oh man. What are they eating?
Meat pies.
Oh, what jam, yo.
I'll give it a shot too. I guess the more we have eating, the better chance we have of winning.
That's true.
A kindly looking elf woman looks down at you, Naomi, and then up at you, Korgath. Oh, are you entering the eating contest?
Yeah, sure.
Of course. Well, you know the rules. You have to eat all of the pies.
Okay.
You eat as many pies as you can. If you stop eating pies for a certain amount of time, or if you throw up you are disqualified, and whoever eats the most pies wins the pot of 20 silver points.
Ooh. Okay. Go time. Rupert, you want in on this too?
I'm good. I'm not going to embarrass myself.
Probably couldn't even eat a whole meat pie anyway. Let's go. Let's eat. I'm hungry
Alright.
anyway. I haven't had any lunch.
DM has to pee anyway. One sec.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay. You, Korgath and Naomi, you find yourself seated at a table. Alright, you've all been explained the rules. There are about 5 other people along the table with you. The one who eats the most pies wins. No throwing up, and if you pause for more than 10 seconds, you are disqualified. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Ready.
Go!
Yum nom 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 nom.
Pies are put
like
in
to-
front of you. What was that?
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do that.
Alright.
Do I still have guidance from before or no? I guess
Nope.
not when you test it
No,
on
you do
yourself.
not.
Wow, I see how it is. It's fine, I'm still inspired.
You get about 5 pies
I didn't
in.
mean to roll that, by the way.
That's fine. You get about 5 pies in, and the one of the human contestants pauses for too long and gets disqualified. The 6th pie is laid out in front of you. Naomi and Korgath make Constitution saves.
Don't we have advantage on
You
these?
do because of your well-rested state. You both down the 6th pie.
Where are you putting all that?
Into my.
You're not
into
that
my-
big. How are you eating so many pies?
I just glare at him angrily.
Gah!
It's the time for the 7th pie comes out, and it is placed in front of you. Naomi and Korgath make Constitution saves. You down the 7th pie. One of the contenders hurls up all over the table and is quickly removed from the competition. You now have 3 contenders. The 8th pie is brought out. Constitution saves.
Oh my. What? It didn't. Here we go. I'm confused. Fuck.
You down your 8th pie without any problem, Korgath. Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
make a Constitution save. You
Oh,
have advantage.
I did.
You did for the 7th pie, but this is the 8th pie.
No, I did that
Yeah,
as well.
she did. She made hers first.
17.
Oh yeah, 17. Okay. Yeah, that makes it. So one of the other contenders bows out, but you see that you have now a half-orc woman and a very large human man left as competition, and they say, "Bring it on!" The
Oh.
9th pie comes out. Constitution saves.
I'm just here because I'm hungry, and this is food.
Devilish luck at this point. Oh my god.
I mean, I've got a +8 to my Constitution.
The cheers
I've
of
got a +6.
the cheers of the crowd ring out. Nobody is out this round. The 10th pie comes out. Constitution saves.
Oh no.
Naomi, you feel like you're gonna hurl. Make a Constitution save again.
I add my 2 to that 13.
You still feel like you're gonna hurl.
Man, these are some good meat pies. Mmm. They've got possum in them and a little fox.
Go ahead and make a Constitution save. You managed to not throw up all over the place, but you pause enough that the host of the competition is like, "All right, the small one is out." Korgath, you find yourself faced with 2 other contenders. Bring on the 10th. Make another Constitution save, Korgath.
Are we like sitting across from each other?
You're sitting across from each other at this point. You're sitting across from each other.
I just want to burp and like try to blow it in their face. Like, just trying to gag them a little bit.
Let's see. Both of these human, the half-orc and the human look. The human looks disturbed by the burp. Wait, why did I roll a d10? I'm sorry. Okay, yes. The human looks disturbed by the burp. But the half-orc is staring at you.
Tastes just as good the second time as it did the first.
All right, pie number 11.
Ooh.
You down that pie. You're starting to feel full. Let's see. He's gonna roll this with disadvantage. Yeah, he fails. So the human that you burped at, kind of makes a horfing motion, and falls away. The half-elf calls, "All right, 2 contenders left. 2 half-orcs. Who will reign supreme?" Here comes pie number 11.
12.
12. Pie number 12. Make a Constitution save, Korgath.
Ugh.
All right, let's see how he does. All right. You down your 12th pie, and you're feeling very, very full. The fullest you felt since you've started adventuring with the Talons. You look at the half-orc across from you, who downs her pie, and she smirks at you like she's gonna keep it down, and then just fucking horse all over the table. And
what's the record?
The record is 13.
Keep them coming.
God.
We're going for that now.
Are you serious? All right, bring this man his 13th pie. Make a Constitution save, Korgath.
Here comes the natural one.
Oof.
Got him.
Yep. You down the 13th pie. You feel like something's going to come up, but you suppress it. You're almost at the edge. You have met the record.
Should I go for breaking it, guys? I've had 13.
I'm too busy feeling sick.
Rupert!
Do it. Remember, you still have inspiration.
One more pie!
They bring out one more pie for you, Korgath. Make your Constitution
Ugh.
save.
I wish I had some of that liquid fire right now. What is an inspiration? Is that a D8?
I believe it's currently a D8 for me. Let me check.
Should be. You're level whatever, 11.
8, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should
We're
be a
level
D.
9 now. But anyway, here goes nothing. Huh! Ah! Roll that D8!
Oof.
Ah!
Nope.
Oh, that's a whoa. Why did it roll a D8 plus 12? I'm sorry. It would have been 24 total.
That's not enough.
Because it was. Oh. Oh.
You make another Constitution save at least.
Oh.
You get almost all the way through the pie. You get so close. Make one more Constitution save. I'm sorry.
I want to rage eat.
Rage eat? Yes! There we go.
Smack myself in the face. Keep it down!
You keep it down, and you down the 14th pie. The crowd goes wild. Absolutely everybody goes wild. You are feeling so absolutely full that if you tried to eat another, you would have extreme disadvantage and penalties. But still,
I've got
what's
the
up?
record.
You
I've
have
got
the record.
Yeah.
The elf raises up her hand. We have a record breaker. This half orc has broken the record for the Millennial Fair pie eating contest. Does this not deserve a round of applause? Woo!
And more silver points, I might say. Oh.
You are swiftly handed another bag of 30 silver points.
Woo! Who else needs a sword?
You are on the verge of puking, Korgath, for the rest of the day. What is your name, sir? The half-elf asks you.
The World Breaker.
The World Breaker. That is a name that shall be remembered around Lincia forever.
It already is, but yeah. Korgoth, the World.
Korgath, the World Breaker. And now, the Pie Destroyer.
That's right.
You emerge victorious from your eating contest. Both of you that
Thank
entered.
God for advantage for Constitution saves.
Both of you, sick as you may be, emerge victorious and with 30 silver points left in hand.
Oh my God! On a lot of those throws, when I rolled a 26, the first one was a 2. Why don't we find something Rupert could do? I need to chill for a little bit. Full.
I'm resting from my performance from last night.
What other kind of vendors are at the fair? I got some points.
You find a lot of food vendors.
No food.
No, please. One hero for 1 silver points.
What?
It's
what?
It's a hero. It's from Babol.
I'm a hero. What are you talking about?
You see, we have this giant stick, and we put all the meat of the
No.
goat and the meat of the lamb, and we rotate it around the pineapple. You know once.
No, maybe later.
Okay. You do eventually find a curio vendor.
Ooh.
Ah, you look like you have a discerning eye. Come close. Come close. I deal in silver points. I know many who would pay for these. Please, you look like people of taste. Let me show you my wares.
Tasting meat pies a lot right now. What do you got?
He unveils for you a trench coat full of char. Thank you, Colossus.
Ugh.
He unveils
So many meat pies.
He unveils his trench coat Sorry. He unveils for you a trench coat full of what look to be charms, like the one you've been equipping. Yes, these prestigious jewels, they attach to your very essence and being, and perform and enhance your abilities. Please take a look at what I have. You take a look at his list of charms. You find
You gave me a charm that gave me an extra attack on a crit. I remember now.
You find a handful of charms. The first charm is the Charm of the Gourmand. This is a 1-slot charm, and it makes anything that you put in your mouth palatable and able to give you energy. You find a Charm of Lesser Constitution. It gives you +1 to your Constitution. You find
How many slots is that?
That's a one-slot charm.
Okay. We've got 4 slots now, though, because our proficiency bonus is 4.
You have 4 slots, yes. And your proficiency bonus is 4, so your slots are 4.
Okay.
You find a Charm of Babblefish. This charm will let you understand and speak any language, and takes up 2 slots.
Huh.
Any Terrian language.
Snake Man can already do that, I think.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that kind of stuff.
He's pretty smart.
He hisses, "There are spells for this kind of thing."
Yeah.
You find a Charm of Charisma. It's a 1-slot charm. It adds +2 to any performance checks you make.
What do you think about that, Bowfoot?
Just performance?
Just performance.
Well, my performance bonus is... How many slots is that?
It's 1 slot.
My performance bonus is currently... Oh, wait. This is at level 8, so it's about to go up. It's currently +11.
Alright, well then we're good.
So I could probably... The Constitution would probably be more handy.
So you find that he's got an array of charms on sale. So there's one for each main stat that is +1 and takes up 1 charm notch. You find a charm for each skill in your character sheet that adds +2, and each of them takes up 1 slot.
You don't have any 2-slot +2s?
I'm sorry, but these are all the charms I have.
Where's Toby at?
I could get +2 deception and I'll have a +15 modifier.
Good gravy.
Jesus. I could get +2 to athletics and have a +10. That I get advantage on because it's strength. How much are the +1 charms, friend? For the Grottles?
All of these 30 silver points.
3 silver points. Man. All right. Well, let me think. Let's think about it for a little bit. Does he have any for saving throws or no?
No, only main stats +1 or skill +2, and all of them are 1-slotters.
I'll get 1 for wisdom.
30. When do you get 30 skill points?
I thought I did get 30 for participant.
And you only have 30 silver points to share among yourself.
Yeah, I got 30. I ate 4 pies and got 30 points. Aren't you wise already?
No. You can quote me on that.
I just want to ask you one question.
Hello. Yes.
No, not you.
Oh.
My friend, my other friend. that can turn into a bird and sit on my shoulder.
What?
Before I buy you this charm, I want to ask you one question.
Mhm.
Did you poop on my shoulder?
No,
What was that stuff left on my shoulder then?
I
On
have
the
no
boat.
idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not. Mm-hmm. It's an admission of guilt right there. As far as I'm
The
concerned.
little crystals?
Yeah, those. Was that poop?
No, they probably fell out of my pocket.
Do I believe her?
Did you keep them?
No. I just want to know if I believe that those were really fell out of your pocket, or if it was did you shit on my shoulder. That's what I want to know before I buy you this charm. So I don't know if I need to roll something to see if I think she's lying to me about it or what.
Roll insight.
Super insightful.
Seems that she's telling the truth.
So you didn't those that wasn't poop.
No, those are
What kind
crystals.
of what kind of crystals do you keep? What are they for?
You don't just ask a girl what she keeps crystals for.
I do when they wind up on my shoulder after
That
she's
was
been a
an
bird,
accident.
and I think it's poop.
It's not poop.
It doesn't smell foul.
Well, I mean, it's been a while. I would have washed my shoulder by now, I hope.
I hope so too.
All right, cool guy's not getting anything here. I'll buy you the wisdom charm.
You now are in possession of a charm that grants you +1 to wisdom, and it takes up 1 slot.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Smiley.
Absolutely.
I did get you your bar back. So, I mean,
Do what?
I did get you your bar back. It's the least you
My bar?
or whatever your crappy restaurant's called.
I would have got it back. You just got it back without violence.
Question, dear vendor.
Yes.
When the festival is not going on, do you still sell these trinkets?
I'm around, and it seems I've found a good contact. You see, your friend, Toby over there has told me all about you. It looks like you are a lucrative, group.
What's your name?
I am, Caleb,
With a C or a K?
with a Q.
Well, anyway.
Anyway, I'll tell you what. Silver points are one thing, but cold, hard gold, that's another. I'll go ahead and gather my stock of charms, and, I'll work out a deal with Toby. I think by the time you interact with him next, he may have more interesting things to give you.
Toby! Calling for Toby to show up so I can interact with him right now.
Toby shows up.
Hey, what do you got that's more interesting now?
I don't know.
He said he was going to give you some stuff. You don't have it yet?
Oh, you look like a very interesting person. Hello.
And his name's Caleb with a Q.
Hello, Caleb with a Q. I am,
Yeah.
Covetous Toby. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
He said he knew you. You don't know him?
No, but I want to.
He lied to us?
Of course. That's what vendors do. Come. You look like we have much to learn from each other. And Toby and Caleb lock arms and walk off into the party. Rest assured, these interesting charms should be available next time you interact with me.
Cool. Although I'm still trying to remember the charm I got in our last session over a month ago. It was like a savage attack charm or something. It gave me an extra 1d8 on a hit or something. Oh well,
Yeah,
we
I
don't have
think-
to worry about it right now.
Yeah, that's on the spreadsheet somewhere.
Yeah, Telrex got it. Oh God, I'm rolling all kinds of stuff because I dropped something.
So the rest of the festival continues in merriment. It is 11:32. I think we should call it there.
Okie dokie.
I would agree.
Yep. And
Good place to stop in case people want to buy a charm next week.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad I won everybody's stuff